All right.
Okay.
Go ahead, Scott.
So Gina, thank you again for having me on here. You know, we were trying to find some good dates and times to do this, and I just want to thank each and every one of you for taking the time out to spend the evening with me. And this is something that I am truly, truly passionate about. Just a couple house cleaning notes to do first. I've provided Gina a link that she's going to give you guys. She's going to post it in the private team page. It's a link to download a free infographic to optimize your profiles, with also a link if anyone wants to schedule a 15-minute discovery call with me, you can as well. And I also gave her a link of where you can order my new best-selling book, The LinkedIn Book for Network Marketing, on Amazon. It's $14.99 paperback, $3.99 for Kindle, and if you have Kindle Unlimited, it is free. And again, you just go on Amazon, just search the LinkedIn Book for Network Marketing, it'll come up there. So the way that I train, I just want to, I'm a very interactive trainer. I love participation. I love hearing how you guys are experiencing and what you're feeling as we go through this. So I use the chat box a lot. So I just want to do a test. If you guys are excited to be here, type Y or yes in the chat box. This is just a test. I know Gina is. So you can type Y or yes in the chat box if you have. Okay, there we go. Now they're coming in. Really need to get strong grip on LinkedIn. Okay, Sheila, you're going to get a strong grip, I promise. Okay. So I always present facts, and I'll say this in the presentation. My mom raised me on that facts are friendly. So anything that I'm going to be going over with you guys tonight are things that I've learned over the last 3.5 years of utilizing coaching and building through LinkedIn. And my sole purpose today is to start having you guys thinking about how to build your business differently. Start you to think a different way. Light a fire, so to speak, and to get people out of maybe a stagnant place that they're in their business, and to really start running forward, because one of the greatest and best places to be as a network marketer is to be in action. And I want to get people away from just hanging out on Facebook and Instagram, scrolling and trolling and posting and praying. And I want you guys to become top tier network marketers that are in this for the betterment of the people that you're going to connect with, establishing relationship and rapport. And I'm not here to say that can't be done on Facebook and Instagram, but I've been seeing this for the last 3.5 years. Gary V is just catching on to it. And if you guys don't know who he is, Gary Vaynerchuk, he's a 3-time New York Times bestseller. Crushing it, jab, jab, right hook. He lives off of social media, and he was quoted saying that LinkedIn, 2019 is the year of LinkedIn, and LinkedIn is where Facebook was 5 to 7 years ago today. So even if I just get you guys to go on to LinkedIn, even just to start looking at it, my job is done. So if you guys are ready to dive in, to learn, to be inspired, and to start wanting to learn more, type in number 1 in the chat box. Okay, good. All right. Now, I'm going to ask interaction just like I'm doing now. And at the end, we will open it up for questions. So you could write down whatever questions you have. The floor is going to be yours at that time. You guys can ask me anything you want, because I am here to serve all of you. So let's dive in. Okay. So what we're going to accomplish tonight is the power of LinkedIn, 3 secrets, 7 tips that you all need to know of how to generate leads for your network marketing business. Because as you guys know, leads are the lifeline to our business. Now, Why should you use LinkedIn? Number one, it attracts the right people. We're always talking about our vibe attracts our tribe and this, that, or the other. You are looking to be in a place and a space where you are attracting the right people. You don't want to drag people through the mud, and you want to be able to grow a huge network quickly. Me personally, I've actually grown my connections on LinkedIn from about 500 to over 26,100 in the last 3 years. And that is common because LinkedIn provides that platform where you can do that. Number three, you can become more visible. The more visible you become, that will lead to more conversations. So the one thing that people may not know is that LinkedIn is owned by Microsoft. So Microsoft is a technology company, it's a cybersecurity company, and it's a company that bases everything around search engine optimization, SEO, much like Google, Bing, or Yahoo. That technology is also embedded into LinkedIn. And this is what really had me start to take a look at it. And we're going to dive deeper into that. So about me, I'm an author of 2 books. My most recent one did hit #1 bestseller on Amazon, which I am truly, truly grateful for. I'm a speaker and coach, 5+ years of network marketing experience, 22 years of sales and coaching, multiple 6-figure career earner, and father, soon to be husband. Let me just see, oh, thank you, Gina. I appreciate that. Thank you. Now, what problems does LinkedIn solve for network marketers? And you guys are going to relate to all of this. Number one, the problem of going through your warm market and having no one left to talk to. So type a Y or yes in the chat box if you feel that you are close to, or you've really tapped hard into your warm market and you're not getting the reach out that you once did in the very beginning. Okay. So I'm here to express to you guys that that is normal. When you are on a platform like Facebook and Instagram, it will only get you so far. So there's a great blog, if you guys want to write this down. It's called poormanblogger.com. www.poor, P-O-O-R, man, M-A-N, blogger, B-L-O-G-G-E-R, blogger.com. And if you go into the search engine of that, type in the 9 secrets of network marketers. So this was a blog that he wrote probably about 2 months ago, and it caught my eye because I'm always looking for social proof. There's nothing better to come to someone with social proof and facts saying, well, here it is. So what he did in this article is that he interviewed thousands of top network marketing professionals, and he asked them, like, what are the secrets? What are the best ways to build a business? And he gave like the 9 secrets. And one of the top secrets that he gave was to not talk about your opportunity from a business standpoint to your friends or family ever. Ever, ever, ever. The network marketers went on to say that you want to keep the relationships established with your family and your friends as family. As a network marketer, if they want the products, great. Here, take them, use them, and that's it. And I can tell you honestly, with the personal development that I have done, if it wasn't for network marketing, I wouldn't be who I am today. Most of our friends are not doing any personal development. Before network marketing, the last book I read was the first Harry Potter. That's how long it had been since I read a book. Now I have 4 bookcases full. Now, you want the up-leveled version of yourself. So success leaves clues. Number 2, you have way too many product users that don't want to build a business. So type a number 1 in the chat box if you find yourself with a misbalance of way too many product users that you are literally dragging through the mud. Number 1 for shout. And they don't want to build a business. Number 1, yes. That's the thing. what you guys have to realize, and this was an aha moment for me, network marketing is an emotional charged business. And what does that mean? What you emotionally connect someone to is where they're going to stay. So ride this out with me. If you lead with the products, you post some pretty before and afters and some birthday cake shake canisters and this, that, or the other, and people reach out to you for that product, you're creating an emotional connection to that product experience, which means unconsciously, you are making the business an oh, by the way statement. Because how the conversation goes, you know, I saw the picture about this, you sign me up, I want to find out the products. And so you sign them up for the products. And then you're like, oh, by the way, I have to tell you, there's a business opportunity here. But you have to understand from a physiological and emotional standpoint what you've done. You've implanted a seed of the business being an oh, by the way. So if you lead with an oh, by the way, that person is going to treat the business with an oh, by the way. But if you reverse it and you lead with an emotional connection to a business opportunity that starts with a product experience, now you have someone that's in it for the right reason. They are still starting for the right reason, but they're also in it for the right reason. You do not want to be a distribution center. You do not want to be a retail store. You do not want to be a GNC. You want to be a leader, and you want to develop other leaders. You're not searching for the many, you're searching for the few. So if that all makes sense, type a Y or yes in the chat box. Now, the other thing that people experience is having consultants drop off and come on way too frequently, which causes that fluctuation in your business. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but whenever I go into the back office and I see the same 3 people that are in grace again, it drives me nuts. Don't forget, you got to enroll someone on your right-hand side. You fell below 100 BV. And they're like, what do you mean I fell below? What's that mean? And then you're running your adult daycare center. And I think what a lot of people forget is that network marketing, it's not difficult, but it's not easy. It's not for everyone, but it's for a lot of people. But it is not your job to convince someone that they want to do this. If they just want to be a happy product sharer, let them share the products. Because remember, you're looking for the few, you're not looking for the many, which leads you to drag too many people through the mud that aren't serious as you about building this business. You need people. So in this business, you're going to learn that there's going to be crawlers, walkers, joggers, runners, and sprinters. And you need a combination of everything. But the only 2 people that get your time are the sprinters and runners. Joggers, walkers, and crawlers, I call them the double dutchers. They're in, they're out, they're in, they're out. They're not really sure when they want to get in there. You want people that take this business head on, just like you. Imagine, all you guys are here right now to learn. Imagine if you had 4 or 5 of you building this business. Type in the chat box emotionally how it would feel if you had 5 solid people just like you on here right now building this business with you. From an emotional standpoint, use a word. How would it feel? Fantastic, incredible. I know you guys are exciting, wonderful, glorious, fun, ecstatic, blessed. Okay, so you guys get it. That is possible for everyone. So I want you guys, I don't want you guys committing to me. At the end of this call, I want you guys to commit to yourself, no matter how difficult it may be. But those 2 or 3 people that you're thinking about right now that you know you're dragging through the mud and they cause you a lot of stress and strain because they quote unquote just don't get it, you're going to leave them alone. When they're in grace and they might affect your rank, which really doesn't affect anything, because if those people aren't enrolling people, they're not producing volume for your business, they're not increasing your cycles anyway. You have to be willing to let those people go so you can open the doors for the new people to walk in. So I don't want you to promise that to me. I want you guys to promise that to yourself. So in the chat box, if you can make that promise, type "I promise." Because you don't know how freeing it is when you can let those people go and you know that they don't take any more of your time. They don't steal your energy. And now you have all that love and that power and that inspiration to give to those that actually do want it. Now, number 5, people stopped reaching out to you and you find yourself talking to the same people over and over again. And David Norrie and Angelique Norrie did a great Facebook Live about 5 or 6 months ago. And they said, listen, if you're not building your network outside of Facebook and Instagram, you're literally screaming into the faces of the same people every single day. This business is based on growing new connections. And again, you can't do that on of the 3 platforms. And I'm just speaking truthfully. Of the 3 platforms, I think Instagram is the worst. It's got the highest rate of fake accounts to real accounts on social media. It's got auto DMers. It's got auto likers, auto commenters, and all I see is sports bras and yoga pants. That's all I see on there. And it just seems like every hot chick is trying to take the best angle picture to get a lot of likes and comments on their picture. And that is not what you're looking to do. You're looking to create relatable and build rapport and real deep embedded connections with people. And again, your job is to expand your networks. So what are you going to learn tonight? How simple LinkedIn is, how it's effective for team building, how it can lead to more leads than time overnight, how your profile is key, how to create your avatar, how to brand yourself, the proper way to message new people, using the automated messages to your advantage, why leaning into the fear is a necessity in network marketing, not just on LinkedIn, in network marketing. And if you use this platform consistently, and if anyone saw my post on Facebook earlier, it was all about the shake tester post that's been going around, and I debunked that entire thing and I pulled it apart and I put something out there for you guys. You are not looking to hit the lottery with this. This is not a get-rich-quick business. If you want to do that, go to the local gas station, buy some scratch-offs because you'll have a better chance that way. This is a marathon. It is not a sprint. And again, if you use it consistently, you'll get massive results. Okay, so number 1, LinkedIn is simple. So Pieta McCrum, one of my outstanding clients from the UK, basically she has a 9-to-5 and she was doing this on the side. And she said she was provided with a practical how-to advice, but she was shown in real time how this platform and how to best engage with her network professionally. Remember, LinkedIn is not like Facebook and it's not like Instagram. You have to use each platform for what it's best used for. You don't want to treat them all the same. That's not how this works. Now, it's effective for business building. So Chrissy and Bob Fertina, amazing, amazing friends and clients of mine from Ohio. So they had no account when I worked with them. They went from 0 connections to 1,500 connections in 6 weeks, and they enrolled 18 people. And they've ranked events multiple times since then. And I think they've turned 1 new consultant every single month this year so far. So just imagine, what if you had 4 new consultants building with you? How different would your business look? This is what you need to wrap. You're not looking for the many. You're looking for the few. Get one, teach one. You're looking for 1 new quality person a month. That's it. And then Larry, more leads than time. Larry is in his twilight career. He retired as a police officer. He was in law enforcement for 35 years, and he's doing network marketing now on the side, outside of his pension. And he said, what I showed him outside of and within this training took him from writing in the dust in his calendar to madly having to flap the dust off to the influx of leads coming in. So Eric Worre, who everyone knows and loves, says the scariest place that any network marketer can be is when they open up their appointment book and it's empty. Now, let me ask you guys a question. Let's be vulnerable and let's be real. Are you happy with the amount of calls that you're having with each week? Be truthful. Are you happy with the amount of calls, business first, not product calls, business first? Are you happy with the amount of business first calls that you're having each week? Good. You shouldn't be happy. And if anyone's just jumping on, if you are unmuted, please mute yourself so we do have clear lines throughout the training. I don't want anyone being disrupted. Nope, nope, nope. Okay, good. Just making sure. Now,
Hey, Scott, I tried to mute, I muted everybody. I think I muted you. Did you get
okay.
unmuted? Okay.
I'm unmuted.
I heard the noise too, and I just figured I'd mute everybody.
I'm unmuted. Okay. So why is LinkedIn ideal for network marketing? So 30,000 possible connections, unpaid and organic, compared to the 5,000 on Facebook. So let me ask you guys again, type a feeling in the chat box of what it would feel like to have 30,000 brand new connections to work off for your business. What would that feel like? Because a lot of people are like, oh, 5,000 friends is a lot on Facebook. Not if you're building a network marketing empire. And I'm going to tell you where it all happened for me. I was at a university in action about 5 years ago in San Diego, California, my first one. And it's the best event that I feel Isagenix puts on. It's like real network marketing. And David Wood, who's one of the most incredible trainers out there, was picking out all these top leaders in the audience and, come up on stage, and he would hand them a pen and he said, go to that whiteboard and write down how many conversations it's taken you to have to get to where you are in your business. So each one of them went up there and they started writing numbers down. I'm sitting in the audience and I'm building my business through Facebook, which everyone did in the beginning. The smallest number I saw on that paper was 7,000 conversations. And I said to myself, if I can only have 5,000 conversations on Facebook, how the hell am I going to build this business? So then I found LinkedIn. And when I saw that you can grow an organic network 6 times larger than Facebook of people that are business-minded first, I said, I'm onto something. But then I dug in a little bit deeper. And I kept finding the same people, can't afford it, I got to save up for it, that sounds expensive. And I'm like, what's going on here? Because I don't want to have to convince someone to come into this with some sort of broke mentality, like they can't afford it. They don't value their health. Like, I wish I could, but, I really want to do this, but I have to save up for it. But, and then what do? Well, listen, how much are you spending at the grocery store? How much are you doing here? It's the same thing. But if a person is not living with a conscience that's prosperous, they're not going to see that. You need someone that sees the value of not only their health, but money. And the average income of someone on Facebook and Instagram is less than $30,000 a year. So it's no offense to these people. That's just where they are. You are not looking for the people that are living paycheck to paycheck or just getting by. God bless them where they are. I hope that situation changes for them, but that's not who you are. You're looking for the up-leveled version of yourself. The average income of someone on LinkedIn is $100,000 a year or more. So it's starting to add up. Now, here was the final thing for me. The average age of someone on LinkedIn is 30 to 55 years old, which means they're established, which means they have a good income, which means if they have a good income, they're always interested in learning other opportunities. LinkedIn is for people to network. People that are open to networking are open to opportunities. People are trying to use Facebook and Instagram for networking platforms, but they are social platforms. What is the nickname for Facebook? The social network. What is the nickname of LinkedIn? The opportunity network. So do you need to be hanging out on the social network or the opportunity network? The average age of someone on Facebook and Instagram is 18 to 29. So I'm just going to ask you guys before we move on any forward, seeing the amount of connections that you can have, the amount of income these people make, and the age that they are, where do you guys feel you should start spending some of your time in building your business? It's not a trick question. Just from the numbers that you see, remember, facts are friendly. That's what I'm coming with you tonight. Facts. Where do you think you should be spending not all of your time, some of your time? LinkedIn. LinkedIn. Okay, good. So you guys are starting to have the wheels turning. Now, okay, good. Here's another thing. So this was by businessjournal.com and socialmediatoday.com, two great websites. They did a case study over a 6-month period of comparing lead generation organically, not paid, organically between Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn. And they found that LinkedIn was 277% more effective for lead generation than Facebook. Not 27%, 277%. Again, numbers don't lie. Now, here's the other thing. Type Y or yes in the chat box if you would love to have an international team. Type Y or yes in the chat box if you would like to have an international team. So here's the reality. Facebook and Instagram make it nearly impossible to build a network anywhere else outside of where you currently live. Facebook is a direct representation of where you currently live, where you have lived, where you've gone to elementary school, high school, college, fraternity, sorority, everywhere. Like I stated before, because LinkedIn has the technology of Google, Bing, and Yahoo as a search engine, you can search and target people in any city, any state, any country around the world, on top of job title, company, past, or present. That's how eye-opening this platform is. So, your profile. Now again, Gina's going to be giving you guys a download later, but I'm just going to go over it anyway. Your profile must be figured out from top to bottom. You have to have every section filled out. You need to have a nice clear picture. You need to have a nice headline. The summary should be about you. All of your work experiences, not like a resume. You want to add some juice to it, add some flair. There is SEO embedded in LinkedIn that's in your favor. Take advantage of it. So for people that don't know what search engine optimization is, let me explain. If you were to go onto Google and you would type in Mexican restaurant near me, when you would search on that first page of Google, it's going to give you a list of Mexican restaurants. Then you have the ones that pay for ads, and then you start having the unpaid ones. If that Mexican restaurant has done their due diligence and made sure that their profile was filled out the right way on their website, guess who's going to appear on that first page in the search? That Mexican restaurant. You need to think of your profile the same exact way. You need to have the right keywords, the right phrases, and you need to have it filled out from top to bottom. But the number one no network marketing anywhere on your page. No isogenics, no professional network marketer, that is a red flag, and LinkedIn is starting to penalize people who are using it like Facebook and Instagram. So be aware, it's not Facebook and it's not Instagram. You have to brand yourself. Gather as many personal recommendations as possible. So the personal recommendation section is below where your education and volunteer experience is. This is the Better Business Bureau of LinkedIn. So if anyone is connected to me on LinkedIn, they go to my profile. I have over 300 personal written recommendations of people that I've worked with. So if someone wants social proof or credibility, I just send them to my profile. Here's 300 people that say, I know exactly what I'm doing. So for all of you guys, if you're connected to each other on LinkedIn, ask each other to recommend each other, because people need to see the social proof. Unfortunately, that's where we are on social media. People go by likes, comments, and followers. That's the first thing that someone says on Instagram. How many followers do you have? So on LinkedIn, this is a very genuine way you can do it. Ask your friends, family, whoever to recommend you for what you do. Now, your business avatar. So what I want you guys to do, we're going to go through a little bit of it right now. I'm going to take you through an exercise. So first and foremost, in the chat box, type in what you do outside of Isogenics. Obviously, Gene and I do this full time. Some people may not be doing it full time, and that is okay. We weren't always doing it. All right, real estate. What do you do for a job outside? What's Sham, S-H-A-M? What's that? I'm not sure what that is. Interior design, nurse, pharma sales, quality and compliance, decorator. Oh, stay-at-home mom. Okay. So what did you do prior to being a stay-at-home mom? Because you weren't always a mom. So what did you do before all that? Office work and peer support. Okay. Real estate brokerage, professional organizer and productivity consultant, real estate and bartender. Great. All right. So congratulations. This is your first step. You have revealed your business avatar, the people that you should be connecting with, the people that are just like you, that have or still do what you once did or what you still do. Now, the next thing I want you guys to do, type in the chat box some non-negotiable personal traits that you require someone to have in your business. What are some non-negotiable personal traits that you require? Energy, honesty, integrity. I love it. Honest and hard worker, positive, hardworking, positive energy. Now, here's the interesting thing. When you start writing down those personal traits that you are seeking people to have, you're talking about yourself. Every single one of us is seeking to attract our higher selves. So these little personal things that you're writing here, honesty and hardworking, that is how Sophie sees herself. You know, Tina sees herself as a team player and loyal. You're looking to connect with people that are just like you with the right kind of business avatar, which are people that are still just like you, because relatable stories connect. Now, for me, my background is in personal training, sports nutrition, and gym ownership. So I talk to people that I know I can have a relatable conversation with because we have similar pain points. Pain is one of the greatest connecting points between two people because they can relate to each other. And when you can sympathize with each other, rapport and trust can be formed. Once you form rapport and trust, it's game over. They're not buying the products at this point, they're buying you. Because this is about building your personal brand. All right, this is not a trivia question. This is something you guys should know. What do salmon do that no other fish does? What do salmon do that most other fish do not do?
Swim against the current.
Yes, but you could just type it in the chat box for now. But yes, they swim upstream. Correct. So, what I want you guys to do is I want you guys to start thinking about what you're doing every day on social media. Are you going with the current where everyone else has their fishing pole and rod in the water? Or are you fishing in a pond where no one else is? Because right now, most people are fishing in the same ocean. and they're expecting to get different results. And I'm here to tell you that once you start to do just something just a little bit different, you start swimming just against the current just a little bit, you are going to start seeing results. Because when you end up fishing in a pond where no one else is, it's yours for the taking. Everyone is fishing in a crowded place right now, expecting to get all these results. It's not going to happen, guys. Not at the speed that you need it to. This is a numbers game. The person who talks to the most people is always going to win. On LinkedIn, you are that salmon swimming against the current because you can have your own voice. You don't have to post all of those generic things that everyone is posting. You can bring your own flavor, your own sauce, your own spontaneity, your own positivity to what you're putting out on social media. And you attract people by the message that you put out there. This is exactly the way that you find your tribe. You want to find your tribe? You got to personally brand yourself. If you're hanging out on Facebook and Instagram, you're just like everybody else. You're blending in. No one is seeing you. You have to go to a place where everyone can see you. If that makes sense, please type Y or yes in the chat box. So, messaging people. So, I shared a post on LinkedIn the other day about this huge drunkalog that this person sent me a message on LinkedIn. It was like, I had to take 4 screenshots. That's how long this message was. 4 screenshots. When you message someone, it's not the intention to sell. People are doing too much telling and selling, and they're doing way too little asking and listening. Because everyone is thinking too much and they're feeling too little. You have to get back into your heart if you're going to do this. I remember talking to a client. She was a 3 going on 4-star, and her business completely was falling apart. She was back down to a 1-star, and I got her on the phone, and I said, "What's going on?" And she goes, I'm just not having the conversations required. We ended up working on LinkedIn together, but that was besides the point. But I said to her, "Are you having fun?" And when I asked her that question, she started crying on the phone. Because she said, "No, I'm not. My fire's put out. I feel like I don't even know who I am anymore. I'm just posting and waiting for people to reach out to me. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore." And I can relate to how she was feeling because I felt the same way at some point. But what I found was when I was in action, even if people were giving me no's, if I was getting people on the phone, I was moving. I was having those, I knew I was that closer to yes. One of my favorite books, people hear me talk about it all the time, is Go for No. If you have never read this book, you need to order it on Amazon tonight. And my book too, wink, wink. Go for no. Yes is the destination, but no is the journey. The person that is willing to get the most no's is also going to get the most yeses. If that makes sense, type number 1 in the chat box. Being in action and momentum, it's fun. Like it is. It's fun and exciting being in momentum. You guys want that. You're not doing this for a hobby. If you guys were doing this for a hobby, you would not be here tonight. You are here tonight because you want to be professional network marketers, and it's time that we put our big girl panties and our big boy pants on and we start treating it that way and have fun at the same time. This should not be a struggle, but it is going to be a climb. But if you're prepared for the marathon and realize that it's not a sprint, you will succeed. So when you message someone on LinkedIn, you do it this way. Number 1, you state their name. I know it seems pretty obvious, but I can't tell you how many times people don't do that. State their name. "Hey, Gina, it's great to be connected to you." There's your opener. Tell them why you wanted to connect without mentioning your opportunity. How many people have gone, "Check this link, look at this video, MSNBC says we have the best products out there, tell me what you think." Like, no, Do not vomit on these people. They're human beings just like you. You're looking to connect. I saw that you're also in the health and wellness industry as a trainer and would love to hear more about how your business is going. Finish up by asking a question of when they can connect. Do you have any time later this week to talk about how we could link arms and help other people together? State their name, reason for reaching out, any time for a call. Type Y or yes in the chat box if you guys feel you can do that. Because if you can do that, you can generate more leads than time. Now, the beautiful thing about LinkedIn is that there's an automated message feature. And the automated message feature is the one that I love the most, because what LinkedIn does, it will comb through all of your connections and it will say, hey, Gina, here's who's celebrating a birthday, here's who's having a work anniversary, a promotion, a new job, whatever it is. And all you have to do is click the button, say congrats. And if Gina writes back and says thank you, you can then wrap back around and engage old conversations. So if I message Gina original connecting message and she didn't respond, because people are either going to say yes, they're going to say no, or they're going to ghost you and not respond at all. But if she said no, not at this time, or just never responded, but she responds to the happy birthday message and she says thank you, I can say, Gina, you're so welcome. I saw that you're also in the wellness industry. Would love to hear about more about what you're doing. Anytime for a call. No connection is dead on LinkedIn. Every connection is open. Because if they're not saying yes right away, they may say yes later when you continue to interact with them. You know, I congratulate, Gina on her work promotion. She says, thank you. I would say, you're welcome. I know we haven't spoken before, but would love to hear about this new job that you got the promotion at. Anytime for a call. Show genuine care and interest in these people. They're human beings just like you. You're not looking to tell and sell. You're there to ask and listen. The person who asks the most questions is going to get the most answers. Your job as a network marketer is to be an answer collector. If you make statements, that does not lead to an answer. Questions lead to answers. This method, on top of just messaging people, using that automated message, could absolutely lead to more leads than time. Now, leaning into the fear. So let me ask you a question. If I was a downhill skier, and I want you guys to use the chat box again. If I was a downhill skier and I'm going down the mountain, what would happen if I leaned back in my boots? If I'm a downhill skier and I lean back in my boots, what would happen? Okay. So, you would, no, okay. Okay. So a downhill skier has to become one with the mountain. So you have to lean into the fear. You have to lean forward in your boots. Gina just said it. If you lean back in your boots, you fall right back and you tumble down that mountain. So I want you to treat the way that you build your network marketing business the same exact way. No matter how scary this shit may seem, you lean into it anyway. How many times, Gina, let me ask you a question. How many times did you give your kids a chance to learn how to walk before you told them they're never going to do it, just give up? Never. You pick yourself up and you try again. You pick yourself up and you try again. Think about the evolution of, I mean, we were all kids, but I know a lot of us are parents. The evolution of our children. You know, the first time they roll over, the first time they start crawling or pulling themselves up or cruising and then walking, then running, and then it's chaos. But that's besides the point. But think about learning to ride a bike. You get training wheels. Then you take the training wheels off. Mom or dad holds the back of the seat, guides you down the street. Let's go eventually. And now you learn how to ride a bike. You may fall down, but guess what? You're going to get right back up. Children are the greatest teachers for network marketers. My 6.5-year-old, greatest teacher I've ever had. He always wants to figure something out. He always wants to learn something new, and he never gives up. That mentality is what each and every one of you has the possibility of getting back into. We were all kids at one point, and we shut it off. I remember I was getting coffee with my fiance the other day, and I said, I just want to let you know, I'm never growing up. I'm going to be a kid for the rest of my life. Even though I'm going to be 40 on Saturday, I'm going to be a kid for the rest of my life. And I suggest all you to do the same. Because when you can lean in the fear to this business, there is nothing that you will not ever be able to achieve. You will be able to achieve and smash every single goal that's in front of you. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. 420 for those out there that celebrate that day as well. I did back in college. So anyway, that's a side note. You want to talk to people. You want to talk to people. That's your job. As a network marketer, the people that earn the most income are the ones that are talking to the most people. You can't expect to grow a business if you're not going to talk to people. You don't want to post and pray. People are literally putting a post out and they're like, please, 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 someone reach out to me and beat my next 5-star. Now, here's the other thing. People don't know what a 5-star is if they don't find out themselves. You're not looking to get people into this business for the shiny object syndrome. These people become your family. These people become a part of you. So you don't want to just do something that's easy. Les Brown says it the best. Those that take the easy road live a hard life. Those that take the hard road live an easy life. What road do you want to take? I am willing all the time, every day, to take the hardest road possible so I can create the easiest and best life at the end. I'm always going to be willing to do more than most because the people that do more become more and they have more. And each one of you can do too. What was once uncomfortable becomes comfortable. If you don't know how to use something, you figure it out. Everyone says the same thing when they got on the Facebook. I have no clue how to work this. Or, the first 3-way call you do. The first person. It's all uncomfortable. But that uncomfortable, that little knot in your stomach, that's called growth. You want to feel that knot as often as you can because if you push yourself to your limits, again, that's where the beautiful things in life reside. So guys, I'm going to finish with this. Do you want us to label ourselves as network marketers with Isogenics on LinkedIn or no? No. That's like that was actually something I said about your profile. No. I mean, and you'll get that in the infograph. No network marketing, no Isogenics, just Amy. You are the business. You are the brand. You got to start attracting people to you. But we're going to open it up in a second. So let me just finish with this. If you use this will lead to massive business growth. LinkedIn, if used properly, and obviously I'm starting you guys off on the right foot. Obviously the book will help. If you want to do a discovery call, we can. The infographic will help. If you use this properly, you will have massive results. This one platform can solve all of your network marketing business issues. I am convinced. What do people say? I don't have a team. I'm not talking to enough people. People are dropping off. I got all product users. My business isn't growing. You can change that. And number 3, LinkedIn is the cure-all for not having people to talk to. Again, at a foundational level in network marketing, you are paid to have conversations. You are paid to talk to people. Because if your mouth doesn't open up and no words come out, you can't present the opportunity. The person that presents the most opportunities is going to have the best business. Do you think Gina just sits back and waits for people to come to her? No. She's in the trenches, working on growing new connections and relationships because they say it, We're only one person away, and we truly are. You are one conversation away from changing your entire business and your entire life. If you want something bad enough, you will do whatever it takes to get there. Thank you. I'll turn it back to you, Gina.
Thank you so much, Scott. So I think we should, I know it's, I don't know what time it is now, but you want to do some Q&A?
Listen, I'm cleansing. I have all night. Whatever's
Hey, so am I.
whatever's gonna extend this night, like, and not me think about food because I have like 4 birthday dinners this week. It's good.
I'm cleansing myself. So anybody have any questions for Scott?
So yeah, let's do. Don't type it in the chat box. If you got a question, raise your hand. Gina will unmute you, and we can have a conversation. Thank you, guys. I appreciate the wonderful, wonderful feedback. And again, connect with me on Facebook. Follow me. I do free trainings all the time. All day, every day, interviews. So definitely connect with me on there as well. So whoever has a question, raise your hand and we can do this. This is your time now.
How do I see this? Or if you guys can unmute yourself, because I can't see if anybody's raising their hand.
Or if anyone, yeah, or just raise your hand in the screen and just start waving.
That would be helpful.
We got one. Eileen.
Eileen, okay, let me unmute you. Okay, Eileen.
Hi, can you hear me?
Hi. I can hear you.
Hear me. Okay. So if you're starting a LinkedIn account and you want to brand yourself, and I know you mentioned don't, say anything about the type of business, what is the best way then to create the whole LinkedIn profile to get people to want to reach out to you?
Well, you first want to list everything that you've done experience-wise, and I tell this to people all the time. I don't care if you were a bartender for an hour, a day, a week, or a month. If you did it, put it on there. So you first want to put everything that you've done in the past first, because what's added last is what people see first. Then, if you look at Gina's profile or my profile, you can get some ideas. People put wellness coach, they'll put health coach, they'll put prosperity coach, they'll put healthy lifestyle coach, something that represents what you feel Isagenix is to you without mentioning Isagenix. Does that make sense, Eileen?
Kind of. Like, how would you, like, I'm a nurse and I was an x-ray technologist. How would I?
Oh, so, I mean, you obviously want to put on there that you were an x-ray tech and a registered nurse. That goes on there, and you want to, put the description of what it is that you did. But again, your side hustle is not revealed in your profile. It's revealed in your experience. So, saying that you're a wellness coach, right?
Okay.
And in the description of that, through my experience of being an x-ray tech and a registered nurse, I've learned the importance of taking care of one's own self. I believe that living the best life possible is ideal, and that's what I strive to do and teach others around me. It could be something as simple as that.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
So the great thing about LinkedIn, Eileen, is that there is no wrong thing to write, except network marketing and the business that you're partnered with. You bring life to your profile. And the way that your profile looks right now, Eileen, it will change a year or 2 years from now. If you look at my profile now compared to, 2 years ago, I'm part of the Forbes Coaching Council. I have a successful podcast. I have a second book on there. So as you build your brand and your business, you're going to start adding things in there. So you got to start somewhere, and then you can add on to it as you start growing.
Okay, so you wouldn't want to like end it saying, if you want to feel good.
No. So this is not a pitch.
Okay.
It's an explainer. Again, You want to introduce yourself to someone to draw interest and intrigue.
Okay.
The magic happens behind closed doors, as I went over in the messaging.
Okay.
That's where the real magic happens. That makes sense? Yes? Cool. Okay. You're welcome. Any other questions? Just wave or raise your hand so Gina can see you.
Sophie, thank you you followed the directions very well. I saw the raised hand in there. I unmuted you.
Hi, everybody. Thanks, Aaron. Great presentation.
Thanks, Sophie.
And kind of a little bit like the last one, but I already have a profile, professional organizer. I already have a LinkedIn profile, which I haven't really used much. So do I kind of need to change it to where it's not my main hustle, is not the professional organizing anymore?
No, so again, your profile should be, remember, it's all search engine optimized. So since you are a professional organizer, that should still be highlighted because you're going to be looking to connect with other professional organizers.
Yeah.
So it doesn't want to be all network marketing. You need to bring some of the professional and business flavor to that as well. So all you're going to do is take your existing profile and you're going to freshen it up a little bit. You're just going to add some new things that you're currently doing without mentioning isogenics or network marketing.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, very much.
Because the people that you're going to be searching, connecting, and speaking to is the mirror image of you. They just don't have your opportunity yet because you haven't presented it to them.
That's right. Okay. Thanks, Aaron.
Cool.
Got your book, by the way.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate the support. Thank you.
And that was great what you just said, Scott. You know, think of it as this is the way to connect to like-minded people of the same interests, passions, or same, you know, past work experiences. And then they don't have the opportunity yet because you haven't presented it. I like that. I love that.
And again, anyone that does buy it and you want a signed copy, you can mail it to me. I have like a bunch that have to go out. I will personally sign it and mail it back to you if you want to do that. Anyone that does buy it, just, you know, I'll send you my address and I can mail it back to you. So I'm always happy to write a little personal note if people want that. Any other questions? Guys, this is your time. I'm here for you. Ask me anything you want.
Any other questions, guys? And you know, what I love what Scott says is how he presents it. This is an opportunity that starts with a product experience. Do you guys like that flip rather than people starting on the products and then you're talking about the opportunity, which I do all the time. We all do that, right? We all want to tell people about the opportunity. But what Scott's saying is, you know, their mindset and these people are coming in for products. And now you're trying to say, let me introduce this opportunity to you. And what are the chances that they're going to share?
Yeah.
It's a small percent. What are the chances that the people that share are going to go at it like full on? Another smaller percent. So what he's saying is now you can reach people and introduce that opportunity first that starts with a product experience. And it's a different mindset. So some of you probably on this call even started Isogenics with both in mind. Like, well, I like that there's, you know, results maybe that could happen for my body and my health, but I really like that there's an opportunity there. So I find that the people that kind of come in with that mindset are just so much more open, they grow faster. So what he was saying is you want to reach those people that you can upfront talk about the opportunity.
Yeah, and again, Facebook and Instagram is best for leading with the product because people aren't on there for business opportunities. So if you're going to use LinkedIn, you have to lead with the business and you have to close with the products. That's the way that it's set up.
Yeah, so that does make sense. And so the link that you sent me has help for their profile setup?
Yeah, it's a little infographic that they'll get. It's a PDF that will get emailed to them if they put in their name and email. And it's a PDF that you can print out. And it basically goes over the sections of LinkedIn and what best to do to optimize it to have it look the best way. So
yeah, and that would help you guys because I know some of you, I know that was my first thing. I don't even know how to set up the profile. So that's definite for sure.
Yes, yes.
So if there's are there any other questions?
Or how about this? If you don't have any questions, if everyone could give me, if they can unmute themselves one at a time, your biggest takeaway, maybe something that I went over that kind of like, that was like your little light bulb moment. What is something that you took away from this? What's your biggest takeaway? It could be anything. I just like to hear, because everyone responds and gathers information differently. So if you want to share your takeaway, you can either unmute yourself and have Gina do that or type it into the chat box. I want to hear from you guys. I
would love to hear that too. What you guys got out of there. So let's see if anybody.
So I know you guys got something. Swimming upstream. Love that. Thank you, Eileen. Appreciate that. So what are some other takeaways? I know that you guys are feeling something. What's like the biggest thing that stuck out to you that you're like, you know what? I think I got it. 277% more effective for lead generation. That is a good thing to take away. Yes.
I agree with that one too.
I actually have a question. Eileen, go for it.
Okay, so here's my question. This kind of was like a little light bulb. So I know you said stay away from, expand from Facebook. One of the things when you talked about the LinkedIn, about going and hitting groups that other people are not on.
Mm-hmm.
So being a nurse, I'm actually part of a group of only nurses on Facebook. It's called Show Me Your Stethoscope. And when people post things, there could be thousands and thousands of responses. And I've seen people go live once in a while, not a whole lot.
Mm-hmm.
And the community that hops on within minutes is hundreds. I almost feel like, oh my God, if I can put together something about how to hit this is a countrywide group.
So you're talking about Facebook groups now.
Yes, it's an actual group. It's only nurses. It's
right.
nurses, it's nursing students.
So here, the main goal that you should have in being in a Facebook group is building trust and rapport.
Okay.
Providing information without asking anything in return, but getting those people on your friends list.
Okay.
Because I've seen a lot of people try to go into groups and poach and try to, do this, that, or the other, and they either get kicked out of the group, or no one engaged. You don't want to be like, people can sniff someone trying to sell an opportunity from a mile away now, because it's not, network marketing is on the rise. So engage with people, maybe provide some relevant content, maybe share like a nursing article, maybe share your transformation without mentioning it. Just say, make it about you. Don't make it salesy. Don't make it like you're trying to poach. Just come from the heart set that you're literally trying to leave these people better than the way that you found them before. Start, there's a lot of people in there. Build rapport with them, build trust, build friendship, get them onto your regular Facebook page so they can see who Eileen is.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. I mean, would it be something also if I was to post like, I'm coming to the end of my first I Said Body Challenge, posting just about how feeling great, getting through my shifts, the whole, something like that, or no?
The best transformations and the ones that people care about the most are your own.
Okay.
But the easiest thing for people to do and share is their physical transformation. People don't even share about their emotional transformation, their physiological transformation, their spiritual transformation, their family transformation, their relationship transformation. So again, a lot of people may not be looking for a physical transformation, but they may be seeking an emotional transformation. So talk about the deeper levels of what this has done for you from a different standpoint. Remember, everyone is sharing before and afters. Everyone is saying how much weight they lost, but how many people are talking about the emotional changes that they've seen? How many people are showing the emotional changes and transformation? Remember, be a salmon in a world of fish.
Okay.
Got it?
Yep. Thank you.
You're welcome. So Natalie wrote, I was shocked to hear that Instagram was your least favorite and that LinkedIn is the actual best place to be. I had been updating my LinkedIn the last few weeks because I like my connections on there. So Instagram is my least favorite for business building. It's my favorite for allowing someone into your life. It is a brand building. Everyone is selling something. You have to understand, Facebook and Instagram are retail stores now. If you go search charcoal toothpaste on Google, guess what's going to appear in your newsfeed on Facebook and Instagram? Charcoal toothpaste. They're all connected to the same pixels online. Facebook owns Instagram, so things are being pushed out. You need to be on a business first platform, not a retail platform.
We have Jamie on the line.
Yes.
Jamie, go ahead with your question.
Okay, can you guys hear me?
Yes. Hi, Jamie.
Okay. Hey, how you doing, Scott?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. My question for you is, what is your, I guess, how you maybe would say ratio for success? Like, how many messages do you have to send out to people on LinkedIn in order to get someone to kind of respond back to you and set up a call? And then from the point of, let's say you have, I don't know, 5 or 10 calls with people a week, how many of those people end up moving forward, interested in doing business with you or looking further into it?
Great question. And this, there's a deeper rooted reason for this question. And it's because it became so easy for people to enroll people from product picture posts, because people literally come to you and say, hey, Jamie, enroll me, put me on the program. There's actually, and this is my feeling. I was disappointed in myself because I realized that it took me 0% skill to post a before and after, have someone reach out to me and say, enroll me. I didn't do anything. I did nothing. So here are the raw numbers. You don't want to message too many people in a day, because if you get high response rate, you're going to be completely overwhelmed. So a safe number of people to message per day is anywhere between 5 to 10. That's a good number. It's a good solid number. There's a 33% chance that everyone responds yes. They're going to say yes. They're going to say no. They're going to not say anything. 1 in 3. Of the people that you get on the phone, and again, the best way to talk to someone on the phone is always make it about them first. Jamie, tell me about yourself. It's always them. It's their story, your story, what you're passionate about, your aha moment. Would you like to learn more? You got to fill in the blanks in between, but that's the correct structure of a business call. Their story, your passion, your aha moment. Do you want to learn more? If you get to the do you want to learn more, you got a 50-50 shot they want to learn.
Okay.
If they want to learn, great. Let me send you some information. At the point that that person is interested, that they want to get information from you, to setting up a follow-up call, you have a 25% chance of enrolling every single person that you have a follow-up call with.
Okay.
Because they're going to say, yes, Jamie, let's do it. No, it's not for me. Too busy right now. Maybe later. They ghost you and don't show up for the call, or they cancel or reschedule because they're too busy building for a shed and their kids in the backyard.
Okay.
That's it. Those are the raw numbers. It's a numbers game. Have you read the book Go for No yet?
No, I have not, but I want to now.
Order it tonight.
Okay.
It's 70 pages. I reread it every couple months because it's amazing, because it teaches you to fall in love with the word no. And I have a little a checklist by my computer, and I have a column and a line written down the middle, and it says no on one side and yes on the other, and I'm keeping note of all my no's and yeses this year.
Okay.
So the person that gets the most no's is going to get the most yeses. You want to fail forward as often and as quickly as possible. You want to thank people for saying no, because you should get excited. That means you're one step closer to yes.
Right. That's a good way to look at it.
Thank you. Well, thank you for your question. That was great.
Thanks for the answer.
Looking forward. Oh, you're welcome. Looking forward to connecting with my tribe. Got to get the kiddos to bed. Sharita left. And they say, seeing is believing. It will sell because they will see the transformation in you, only the physical and mental level. And they say, seeing is believing. It will sell because they will see the transformation in you. Yeah. So again, seeing is believing, but it's such a deeper level of seeing and believing. Because again, not like one of the main reasons why I have such a bad taste in my mouth with the tester post. Not everyone's looking to lose 10 to 20 pounds. I mean, Gina wasn't looking to lose 10 or 20 pounds. I wasn't looking to lose 10 or 20 pounds. I was just looking to feel better. So there's so many things wrong with that post, because people may be tired. They may be stressed out. They may be sleeping like shit. You don't know what they're looking for, because if you always are posting about weight loss, you're pushing the people away that may not want weight loss. So you want to post about a little bit of everything. Talk about it from your standpoint. Just because, Joe Schmo over here lost 100 pounds and that's what you're posting about doesn't mean your network wants to lose 100 pounds. Someone that weighs 130 doesn't want to lose 100 pounds. They may need to lose like 5 or 10. But here's the thing. The person that's looking in that mirror that needs to lose 5 pounds sees the same thing the person that's looking in the mirror that needs to lose 100. They're both not happy with how they feel. They're both not happy with how they look, and they both don't like how their clothes fit. So whether it's 5 pounds or 100 pounds, they still want the same thing that you have to offer, if that makes sense. Any other shares, takeaways, questions? You guys are making the end of my cleanse day great. Keep them coming. Shares, takeaways, questions. I'm here for you guys. And again, Gina's going to send you all the information. Definitely connect with me on Facebook if you haven't done so already. Such a great point. Thank you. I appreciate that, Natalie. I am at the, and what I hate about it, I'm at that 5,000 limit, so you guys can follow me, but I engage with everyone. Like, if you like and comment on my stuff, I engage back with you. I'm very, very big into that.
Well, thank you so much. And I would just say that I want everybody to just be open to knowing how many ways there are to connect and expand your network. So I think the biggest takeaway I hope you guys got was actually when Scott was talking about the best way that you make money and that you build a business is by talking to people. So I hear a lot of times people say, how do I find people to talk to? Where do I meet people? Where do I find? So this opportunity with LinkedIn is another opportunity to create a larger network. So, you got to be open to always learning new ways. I personally, and Scott knows this, I've never used LinkedIn. I started the profile and I just never got back to it. But, I know that that's something I have to do to expand my network. I have to constantly expand my reach or my business won't continue to grow. So I hope that you guys got value out of this, even if you just got a little bit of a pep talk with your section on fear. I thought was great how you talked about,
Thank you.
And it's true. I mean, that's what we have to face. We have to just face that and know that it is a marathon. It's not going to be overnight success, right? It takes years of hard work to become an overnight success. So yes, I'll share your link. I will also share this recording with you guys so we can have the other team members that weren't here on. And thank you so much and happy birthday.
Thank you. And
just
one other thing. And I want you guys to all realize that every single one of us has something special inside of us. Like, every single one of us is born with a gift to impact other people. That's why we're put on this earth. We're not put on this earth to just get by or live paycheck to paycheck. We are on this earth to thrive and to strive forward. So just realize that there are going to be people in your life that try to dim that light, but you have to shine brighter than any one person that can ever dim it. And when you realize that you have that power, nothing is ever going to stand in your way. So, Gina, thank you for the early birthday wishes, but thank you even more for allowing me to come on here and share with you guys what I am so passionate about. And again, I am here to connect. I am always a resource for anyone that ever has any questions. And I just want to thank you so much. And I just want to, wish you guys continued success. And remember, when things feel the most difficult, that is when you are ready for a business growth spurt. Because if it was easy, everyone would be doing it. That's why not everyone does. So when it's most difficult, that's when things are about to go the best.
love that. Thank you so much for your time. And thank you, team, for joining.